stuff to, like, you know, be able to see. Like, it gives them. What is this? What is wrong with them? Ah, they killed me anyway. Why is my VR headset being like this, though? Do I have to play on fucking 90? Hang on. I'm gonna try 90 frames. See how that works. Wow, that's a lot better. Why do I have to play it on 90? What the hell? Hello guys. Sorry to interject on this round of Ghost of Tabor, but I hope y'all are enjoying me getting the shit absolutely steamrolled on me, because I'm getting my fucking ass kicked on these rounds. But I'm still having fun. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. If you want to support me, I'm going to be making more shorts and edited content from my Twitch VODs. I'm learning how to edit, so I will, you know, be getting better over time. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy, and I'll let the thing go on. I also just noticed my Ghost of Tabor audio is not in the video, and that's mostly because I forgot to enable the audio to play through my OBS. So I will fix that the next time I'm on stream or streaming Ghost of Tabor. And yeah, sorry to interject as well with that, and I'll just let it keep going. Most of the time you'll hear me from now on will be from the stream. So I can get out of this damn Chadakov Mall shit, you know? This is where I saw him last. Your head out. Got him. Ugh. the hell? Is that above me? How did I not kill him? What? Ain't no way. Almost. But no, yeah, in all seriousness, that's that's gonna take because I don't exploit. I don't hack, I don't cheat, I don't do any of that. I don't like that stuff. That's under me. Okay. Hang on. Move. Ah, come on, man. I knew someone was there. I heard them earlier. Hey, at least I got 3 pistol kills for the NPCs. And so yeah, I'm most likely from now on, well, not from this stream. I'm gonna put this stream in the uh you know, it's going to be into the YouTube. So it's going to be in there, right? But from now on after this stream, I'm going to try to edit it. Okay? I'm going to try. Hopefully it works out. I'll put a lot of my time into trying to figure out how to edit so I can at least make it work and do all that stuff, right? Because I want it to work. I want to be able to make something that people can enjoy and is not riddled with ads. Like, yes, there's an ad every like hour for my Twitch, but that's automated. That's pretty much out of my control. Other than like turning it off, which if I turn it off, I don't get any revenue, right? Which I mean, yeah, that's also fine. Is this PvE? No, it's PvP. I'm mostly solo in PvP though. And I don't really play as much. Like I don't play that much on this game. So I gotta survive. That's an NPC. I don't want to waste my bullets for that. That's a player. That was not a player. How did that NPC see me? There's only enough bullets to maybe kill a few more NPCs. He's dead. Okay. Okay, dude. I'll just quick swap because I don't know if anyone's over here yet. And lately I've been seeing a lot of people. But this time I haven't been seeing any people. And I'm not sure why. Maybe because they all spawned away from me. But that makes no sense. Because usually there's at least one other person that spawns near you. The heck? I'm holding this devious angle on him if he pushes me. I don't think he's gonna push me though. If he does, then I'm pretty much dead. I don't got any armor. I'm gonna have to push him, ain't I? Okay, look, they only got pistols. We'll peek it. Nothing there. Ah, I hit them so much. Damn. They were so caught off guard by that, but I should have shot like a little bit better. Because I was just aiming down there with no real like goal on where to shoot until I saw them. And then I panic shot. That's all good. Well, we'll try again. Oh, here's orange. Is there anything in there? Not really. Nothing worth taking. Yeah, I mean, I'm already in garage, so might as well loot it. So far, so bad. Really disappointed me. That's so bad. Well, oh, okay. Where is it? Okay. Where is that? I'll trust him. All right. No, no, you can have it. Here, here, take it. Take it. Take it. Yeah. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Hopefully, I can trust him. Hopefully, I can trust him. Oh, shit. Died. Whatever. I trusted him. He survived. I don't care if I died. He survived at least. I killed the guy in the elevator. And most of the people who are like very into those games would be fucking freaking out about. They'll be like, "Holy shit! VR Rogue Lineage! Oh my god! Holy shit! That's a thing! Oh my god! Who would have known?" You know? What? Bro, they were all over there? What the hell is that? Bruh, that's some bullshit. But it would be like that, right? And then for fire, it could be like you're aiming your fist forward and you grab. Or and then ice, you could do the or well, no, the fire you could probably just grab from the bottom, and then ice you can face your fist forward and grab, and then it will do ice. And that's one of the ideas, right? That's a pretty simple idea, and that's superclass, right? That's the entirety of superclass. Oh shit, I'm dead. Because the superclass for Sigil Knight is just those 3 charges, and then the passive for Sigil Helm. It's just those 3 charges, you know. And that's the most simplest one. If we want to go into more complex terms,
There's like Druid, for example, where it has like several snapcasts. How the hell am I supposed to make a snapcast? In VR, how am I supposed to make it unique enough to make it do the thing that you want it to do? Like, say, you can't just form a thought in your head and just be like, yes, I want it to be Floresco, or I want it to be Perflora, or I want it to be Viridian, you know? Like, you can't just form it in your head and then snap and it will happen. Like, it can't read your mind. So you would have to make it some way, somehow, that you can just be able to select the spells on like a hot bar on the bottom, depending, right? Not like to where it's down here. Like, maybe you could make it to where it's like in your hand, for example, so you can just grab it and then go very very quickly, very quickly. And the mana bar would be like floating on the side here. So it stuff like that, right? It would be cool to be playing. Like, it will get so many people to want to play it, right? But it probably will never happen. 'Cause when you think about it more and more, it becomes so much more daunting. Like, you gotta realize that you gotta find out how grabbing people would work, or how executing people would work in VR Rogue Lineage. Or you would have to think how Illusionist would work, where the insanity feature, how that would perform in VR, like how you would make it. Because, it's not like it's going to happen in fucking Rogue Lineage where you're going to just go down and say, please. I mean, you could have it to where it stuns you and makes you not able to move, and you just say, please. And Cliffo mode just forcibly takes your movement, of course, obviously. But what about the shadow people that you see, where it's the big stick figure looking thing that just appears out of random? Like, there's stuff like that. There's also, how would Scroom work? How would most of these other types of racial passives work in VR? Because, like, shoulder throw would pretty much work the same, right? But how would that be performed? Like, would you do like a maneuver where you grab them by the shoulder and you perform shoulder throw? Because, it's a combat focused game. Same with like spears. Like, I had an idea for base class spear where if they go like that really quickly, they can do triple strike. Like, if they swing very fast, they can do triple strike. And then it will put triple strike on cooldown. Or if they lunge with their spear, that can do serpent strike. Like, if they're holding their spear like this, right? Because spear is two-handed. The normal combat for spear in Rogue Lineage, you're going like this. And then you like lunge a little bit. But if you lunge with one hand, that's serpent strike, right? Because the animation for serpent strike is you let go with this hand and you go like that while your hand's like this, so you can grab back on. And then how would dashing work? Because then that would include faceless and all that other stuff. Like, and I had like a thought, right? Just imagine you're just at Orsfall chilling with your homies in VR, right? and then you just look up and there's a fucking Fimbulvetter or a Manus Day above you. And it's just like, psh, ah, fuck, what the hell? And like, how would you look like in VR? Like, you would be playing, because it would have to be made in Roblox. Or not really made in Roblox. It would have to be made similarly like Roblox. And I know I'm rambling about this idea, but this idea is so cool and it's so fascinating how it just appeared in my fucking head that it makes you wonder what would happen if you have all these things, right? If it was made, if it was a thing that was created for the most part. Hello, Logan Jr. But yeah, it's something that I have been wondering since the game and VR's creation. Like ever since I got fascinated by VR, I've been thinking what games would be cool to turn into VR. And Rogue Lineage is one of them. Cuz just imagine a PvP focused game that has magic in it. That would be very, very fun. And it would bring in a lot of people who didn't know what Rogue Lineage was. Because, you know, Rogue Lineage was made on Roblox. So there's a bunch of people who don't play Roblox that don't know what Rogue Lineage or what it is. And I've played it and I think it's fun, right? But you wouldn't know that. You haven't experienced the game or had any of that happen. And at the time, it was very toxic. But it's just the thought in my head, man. It's a great thought, like it's a great idea, but it's something that would probably take like years if I were to start now on it. Like if I were to start learning how to code and do graphic designing and maps and animation, I could probably complete it by myself within like 2 to 3 years. Years. That is a long ass time. And that requires a considerable amount of effort. Like the amount of effort you have to do for that, it's pretty considerable. For it to take 3 years, right? What is happening? I'm scared. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Shit. Well, now I've been spotted here. Shit. I know I didn't kill that guy, so I'm just gonna sit here. Got his gun. Got his armor. Got his backpack of nothing. Sure. All right. What is that? This new? What is that? He had ammo. Holy shit. I got a free gun. Hey, we got this. Ah, never mind. We don't got this. I fucking suck. Somehow didn't get killed by the first guy, but then I died of the second guy, and the first guy didn't even shoot me, so how the hell did I die to the second guy if I didn't get shot? Makes no sense. I had armor. But no, yeah. I yapped way too much about that idea that it was like, what, 10 minutes? And I was still yapping about it. And I still want to yap about it, but it's something that's just going to have to be on hold. I know that some people, if they see this and they've played Rogue Lineage, they will know exactly the feeling of what I'm going through. Where I'm just in awe of this idea that I have in my head. It just makes it to where you want to stop and think of how all these things would work. Can I grab this? Thank you. But that would just mostly be me, you know? Because a lot of the people that have played Rogue Lineage back then, they've already moved on to Deep Woken or other games, or they have their jobs or whatever. And I'm just over here being my fucking geeky self, just being like, this is cool, this is cool, this would be cool, this is blah, you know, just sitting in my own wonderland of ideas, just being like, ooh, this could be good, this could be bad, this could be mediocre at best. I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder why they didn't keep going with the game too. Because I remember, right, there has been some like people who have seen the devs again, especially me, because I played Rogue Lineage in 2025 and in 2024. You know, I played the game in those times. Hell, I played it in 2023, right? So it's like, why would I why would they give up on the game and then go back on the game when they could still be making more ideas for this game rather than making something that they wanted to make PvE, which is Deep Woken, because they wanted to make Deep Woken a mostly PvE game from when I saw that the fucking Deep Woken direct shit all the way back in fucking 2021 or 2020. depending. It might have been fucking like 2021 near October or August. But I saw it. It looked cool. It had a lot of PvE aspects, and then they scrapped it all. They removed all of it. Why? I don't know. And then now we go to Deep Woken today. They've added so much more PvP content than PvE content. Like the amount of PvP content they added compared to PvE content is immeasurable. The only PvE content they've added is like NPCs that give you another weapon for PvP. And then people review the weapon and then it goes away. It gets shelved pretty much. Like it's either the weapon's really good and people are raving about it and it changes the meta, or it's really shit and it gets shelved. Like it's a fucking item. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool in concept, but I'm just gonna place it on the shelf. And that's the issue with some of this shit, right? Like they got this perfectly good game that's still being updated by, say, a dev. A singular dev. I was listening because I thought I heard someone. That's a player. What? Those are NPCs, really? Hurry up me. Hurry up me. Bandage, bandage, bandage. Fuck. Bandage, bandage, bandage. Oh shit. I'm dead. Shit. Damn it. But no, yeah. That's what I'm thinking about for the most part with these things. Like, they could have been making more updates to this game that's basically PvP rather than going to a new game, making this new game, and then making it PvP after wanting to make it a PvE game. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, if you wanted to add more NPCs and like monsters, then you could have added more to Rogue Lineage. You could have added more monsters to K if you wanted to. Or you could have added a new area in Gaia and have monsters there. Like, there's so much things you could have done to make it better and keep updating a game that wasn't dying. It was dying, but it wasn't dying at the same time because it's mostly PvP. So you got people still playing it because of the PvP concept. Like, yeah, there's not a lot to it, but the amount of replayability it had was so much. And I'm pretty sure it would have increased the more people would, like, if there was a lot more people. Because, there was guild wars and shit in that shit. So it's like, you could have made this good idea of this game even better if you just did stuff to it. Like, yeah, Deep Woken has become a big thing, and there's a lot of kids who play that game, but the game, it's gone to shit, right? Because if I look at Deep Woken now, there's people reporting for the smallest shit. Like, it's the smallest things, like WSing on someone. That counts apparently as sexual harassment on Roblox terms. Don't know how, don't know why, but it just counts as sexual harassment apparently. Which to me makes no sense. Like, how does that make sense? It could also just mean you're walking on them. Like if they're on the floor and you're WSing, you could basically be like you're walking all over them. Like they're easy. I mean, it's toxic, but it's better than saying it's a sexual harassment.
All right, yeah, no, sorry. I'm back. But anyway, what I want to clarify for what I said at the end there, where WSing on Roblox it counts as sexual harassment in deep woken terms, not necessarily Roblox terms. Like there's kids who point it out as sexual harassment, but if say the ragdolled example, like I can just show you a little bit as this is pretty much just the end of the video. So I hope y'all enjoyed the uh point or not the point but the yap session and all that stuff in um Ghost of Tabor because that's mostly just me yapping. I do that a lot in my streams. But what I was saying about, you know, this where people are doing WS and shit, right? What I'm saying about that is that if you're ragdolled, like on the floor ragdolled, if you play Deep Woken, of course, right? So here, let me show you, right? So say I get knocked and I'm ragdolled, and someone starts WSing me, right? Where they're walking on me, and they're doing that shit. That looks to me like they're walking on me, not necessarily humping me. If if I'm standing up like I am right now and they start WSing me from behind, then yes, they are humping me. But if they're doing that while I'm on the floor, their feet is the main point of contact of their Roblox character. And I see people who do that, who are like walking on them, doing W and S, and they somehow get reported for that shit and banned. And notice, most of these reports are being done by kids, right? Kids that are playing this game. Now, we had no issue of that during like Rogue Lineage, right? Where it was like fucking everyone was fucking toxic. No one gave a single shit about anyone. But this is what I mean by ragdoll. Like they will walk all over you, which makes no sense on like you know why walking on someone would be considered sexual harassment. Like I wouldn't necessarily do any of that, right? I'm not, stupid. But to me, I've seen a lot of videos of this shit, of like people getting banned for people reporting them for the most like stupidest shit. Like it would either be the WS shit, or it would be um like they say something bad and then they get banned. Like, just let Roblox deal with that entirely. Like, yeah, Roblox won't deal with the people saying KYS, but they will deal with people saying racial slurs and all that other shit. So why ban them from the game entirely for them saying a bad thing, rather than letting Roblox do its own thing and moderate its own game, and ban them instead of you yourself, the Deep Woken mod, banning them for something that is relatively gonna get banned by Roblox. Like, you can't just grab toxicity by the gullet and be like, yeah, we're removing this entirely from our game. And anyone who is toxic is getting removed from the game. Like, that makes actually no sense. There's no way you can remove the entirety of toxicity in your game, because it's going to still exist. People are still going to say easy. People are still going to say some other shit. So it's like, why are they trying to fix something that shouldn't even be fixed just because kids are complaining about it? There are people who complained about it in Rogue Lineage, but did they do anything about it? Fuck no. People were able to say KYS as many times as they wanted in there. People were able to fucking WS on you no matter what and how many times. And there was like 10,000 people on that game. There is like 6 to 10,000 people on peak Rogue Lineage. So it's like, dude, you can't tell me that you revert that in Deep Woken because there's so many kids complaining about it, and it's like, dude, that shit makes actual like no sense. Sorry, no, yeah, my little brother entered the room while I was giving that rant, but um yeah, what I'm going with this is that most of the people that play the game are under like the age of 18, yes, but most of the people who are doing said crimes of WSing, saying racial slurs and all that other shit, they're also under the age of 18. They're like 17, 16, 15, whatever. They're young and they're saying that shit, right? And I know that they made a rule for Deep Woken where um, people who get someone to say something bad for a Roblox to ban the person who said the bad shit, and they get them to say it and it works, they get banned from the game, from Deep Woken, because that's intentionally getting someone banned off Roblox for something they wouldn't have done if they weren't told to do it. And so it's instigating and all that other shit. But what the issue is for the most part is that most of these kids, they report for the smallest shit. And I just had my little brother barge in my room again. He gave me Pez candy. But no, yeah. It's uh it's just something where I wish it went back to how it was before, in terms of like how Rogue Lineage was. And I just wish that they made Deep Pokken just mainly PvE. That's what they were gonna do. They were gonna make it mainly PvE, and so you know they were trying to make it mostly PvE, and then people were like, yeah, let's want PvP content, guys, more PvP content, and then they started only making PvP content for the most part. Like most of the updates that I've seen of recent years has been like, oh guys, we added this one NPC and it gives this weapon that's good for PvP. Or guys, we added a new legendary weapon and it's good for PvP. I'm not seeing anything for PvE. I'm not seeing layer 3. I'm not seeing any like big changes other than world events for PvP. Or not PvP, PvE. So, how can they make a game that was supposed to be PvE, make it PvP, and then just act like nothing happened? Like that makes no sense. Like you cannot be serious with that. And so that's just my personal opinion with Deep Woken as a whole at the moment. Because it's just Deep Woken is going down a shithole in my terms of how I say it. Because Deep Woken, for me, I liked the game at first when it was in 2021. But now, for me, at the moment, I really do not like it. Like, I got W rank. So, it's bad when I completed the entirety of PvE for the game because I got W rank. And I quit the game because it's terrible. It's not doing well. And I've been thinking about going back to Rogue Lineage again. Like I've started playing it again in 2025. So it's like your game is going downhill when people are wanting to return to your old game and play your old game more. Like that's kind of crazy, bro. Either way, that's my opinion on this. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And it's my first edited video, so it will get better eventually. Like the editing and all that stuff, I'll get better at it. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Next stream or whatever, whenever I see you, maybe on the YouTube video. Bye bye.